Today we're doing a full body Pilates mat class. Let's get started. Today I'm bringing you a special treat. You're getting a sneak peek into what our workouts are like over in my Unlimited community. So this is going to be a 30-minute full body Pilates routine. We have full length workouts with Pilates, with weights, with stretching and mobility in Unlimited. And we also have a 4-week Pilates for Life challenge starting October 1st, 2023. The link is below to sign up and I would love to have you there. So all you need for today's full body Pilates workout is a mat and a little bit of space. This workout today is going to be an intermediate level workout. I'll give you some beginner modifications, of course. And this is all of my favorite Pilates moves. So when I get down on the mat for a 30-minute workout, this is what I do. So we're going to start standing at the back of our mat. Feet are hip distance apart. On an exhale, raise up onto your toes. Inhale, lower back down. We're going to do 4 more like that. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. It's just a nice way to kind of get our breath going, combine that breath and movement, get ourselves situated on our mat. And now take an inhale and exhale, tuck your chin, roll yourself down 1 vertebrae at a time. Bend your knees if you need to. I know we're not loosened up quite yet. Inhale at the bottom, exhale to roll up. Now we're gonna do a few like that. So inhale at the top, exhale to roll. And I'm not sure if you know my history. I've been teaching and been a Pilates instructor and physical therapist for a long time, over 20 years. And for the first 10 years of my career, I worked in clinics and in studios, and I owned my own studios for a really long time. And I taught mat classes in person regularly and reformer classes, and I taught a mat class, and this was how I started almost every one of my mat classes. So this is taking me back to those years. Exhale, roll down. So hopefully I can feel like we're in person a little bit today, even though we're miles apart. Okay, stay here for a moment. Then when you're ready, you're gonna walk out. Okay, so we're gonna walk out to a plank. And if you need to, you can put your knees down and just walk out with your knees down. Okay, then when you're ready, we're gonna meet back up and down dog, right here. Then we're gonna walk our hands back and then roll back up. So this is a little variation of a traditional Pilates flow. And I've changed it up a little bit. I love how it warms up the backs of the legs. We get into the breath. Again, if it's too much, this is what you would do, is just come down onto your knees. Okay, you just rock forward and then you press back up and walk back. Just think of it as trying to get the body moving a little bit in whatever way is best for you. Roll yourself down. This is going to be our last one. Stay here for a moment. Walk out. And then we're all going to come down onto our knees. Go ahead and round your spine. So curl everything. Inhale to arch. Head up, tail up. And now go halfway in between those two. Bring your right arm out in front, your left leg back behind you. And either just hold it here or do little pulses. Lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Other side. Left arm forward. Maybe you just stay there. Maybe you can bring your right leg. Maybe you pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Bring it back down. We're going to go to the left leg. Take it back behind you. Point the toes. Lift it up. Now lower it down and tap the mat to the right. Lift, tap the mat to the left, and lift. So you're drawing kind of a rainbow behind you here. Getting into the glutes. Getting into the entire back body. Lots of arms just by holding yourself upright. And 4, 3, 2, 1. In the center, bring it back down. Now, we're not going to the other side yet. We're gonna bring the left arm up. We're gonna do something similar now on the left arm. Bring it forward in front of you, eyes on your hand. Bring it up towards the ceiling and back behind you. So really getting movement in the upper spine. This is shoulder mobility, spinal mobility. I don't know about you, but I need a lot of movement in these joints. It's one of the things that feels really good nowadays. Good, arm comes up, reach, reach, reach. Bring it back down. Other side, so reach the right leg back, point the toes, lift it up to body height, then lower it down to the left, tap, kick it up, down to the right, tap, kick it up. So being on all fours like this is great, again, for arm strength. It's actually a great way to work your core without having to do a single crunch. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Center. Bring it down. Right arm is going to lift, lift, lift up. So reach it up first. And then fingertips in front. Eyes on your hand. Bring it up and back behind you. Really feel like you're trying to spread those fingers wide. We want strength, but we also want mobility. We need both in our bodies. Reach the fingertips tall, up, 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 stretch. Bring it back down. Nice job. Separate your knees wide. Shift back for a stretch. Restack your spine and bring your legs around in front of you. Let's have the legs mat distance apart. Pull the toes back. So you're gonna sit up as tall as you can on your sit bones. And for those of you who are in my unlimited community, you know what's coming next because I love this exercise. So sit up tall, find your posture, bring your hands behind your head. Inhale to the left, exhale center, inhale rotate to the right, exhale center. So continuing here, by twisting through your spine. If this is not accessible to you, you can sit on a stool, sit in a chair, you could even bend your knees. And then over time, you'll find that your hips gain mobility and this position becomes a little more accessible. So don't ever feel defeated because you can't get into a position, right? We have to work into it. We don't force ourselves into it. We need to work with our body in the season of life that we're in. Good. Bring your arms back down. Bring your legs together and bend your knees. Hold behind the legs. Inhale. Exhale, curl. Roll back. Inhale, pause. Exhale, back up. And then inhale, restack. So this might be the best version for you today, where you hold onto your legs, right? And this is the assistance I want you to give yourself if you need it. If you don't need that assistance today, then straighten your legs out long, bring your arms in front and do the same thing, but we're rolling down halfway. Inhale, pause. Exhale, dive up, stretch. Inhale to restack. So those are your two options as we start. Now I'm going to add some variations here. And you can do these variations with whatever version of this you're doing today. Good. Exhale, curl, roll back. Stay here. You're going to lift your right leg up, down, left leg up, down. And again, if you have your knees bent and you're holding onto your legs, just hold that and breathe. You don't even have to do the leg movement. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Come back up again. Dive, dive, dive. Round. Restack. Roll down, and now we're gonna go roll all the way down onto our backs. Reach your arms back long, and then slide your arms to your sides. Bend your knees. Keeping the knees bent, you're gonna bring the right leg up to tabletop, which is this position right here. Then, when you're ready, feel really strong in your center because we're gonna lift the left leg up as well. You're gonna dip your right toes down, tap the ground, and lift, and left leg, and lift. And if this is too much for you, then you're just doing it right here. You're just marching instead, okay? Which is a great version as well. Now, the reason this exercise is actually included in this is because it is so valuable to me after all of my numerous abdominal surgeries, including a hysterectomy. This is an exercise I personally have to come back to check in with my lower abs, to see how they're doing, to see if I have that control. Now we're gonna add to this. And again, it's always optional, so you can stay where you are or hands behind your head. Come up into a crunch. I'm gonna lower the right leg down again, and as I do, I twist to the left. Then everything center, twist to the right. So you have lots of options, right? We started with just the marching. You can do the toe dips. We've just been building. And that's the way I love to teach, and it's one of the reasons I love Pilates, is it really serves you in whatever stage of life you're in. You just have to be willing to listen to your body and do what's right for you. Okay, one more each side. Nice job. Come back down, hug your knees in. Keep the right leg, reach the left leg long. Right leg lifts up towards the ceiling, lower it down to the left, up to the right. We're doing a leg circle. And if all of this really is moving a little too fast for you, or if it just does not feel right today, go search one of my beginner or gentle workouts. I have many, and again, it's just meant to meet you where you are. You can build the foundation, build the basics, and come back when you're ready. Switch directions. We're trying not to let our hips move around. Okay, so that's one of the goals of Pilates here. It's called disassociation on this exercise. It means we're trying to move the leg without the rest of us moving around. Hug the knee in. Don't go anywhere yet, okay? Reach the right leg up. Maybe that's enough. If it is, just stay right here and stretch. If you can, tuck your chin. Walk up the leg for a little more of a stretch. Maybe that's enough. If it is, stay right there. If you're okay, lift the left leg so it's floating. Switch legs. Switch. Nice. Kick. Kick. Very traditional Pilates abdominal work here. 3, 2, 1. Pull the left leg up and lower back down. So we have the left leg up, little stretch, release your hands, and into leg circles. Lower down to the right, up to the left. So the purpose of movement, the purpose of everything I teach is to ultimately help you feel safe in your body, help you feel empowered in your body in the situation you're in. So I always want you to feel encouraged. Again, we're never about feeling defeated or guilty. We never want to feel shame, anything like that. Movement should help you feel empowered and lifted up. Switch directions. Finding that breath. Last 2 here. Good, hug that knee in. Place the foot flat, and we're gonna slide the other one up so both feet are flat. Legs are hip distance apart, arms at your sides. Inhale. Exhale, curl your tailbone and roll up into a bridge. Inhale at the top and exhale to roll down. So I love bringing bridging in. I do it numerous times during my own workouts. It feels great for my own pelvic floor issues. It feels great on my back. And I use it as a time to just kind of reset and reorganize. I catch my breath, set my hips. So you can continue with these bridges if that feels best to you. You do not have to move on with us. If you feel okay, roll up, stay here, right leg, tabletop, lower it down, left leg, tabletop, lower it down. Really, again, trying to keep those hips stable. So even as a physical therapist, this alone is an exercise I give to my clients quite a bit to help with that hip strength and stability. Nice job. Inhale the foot down. Exhale, roll back down. We have one more we're going to add. This is our third layer that we're building. So you pick the layer that's right for you. I'm going to roll up. Stay here. Right leg to tabletop. Lift it up. Keep it straight. Lower, lift, lower, lift. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Other side. Really reach it away from you. 3, 2, 1. Tabletop. Lower. Inhale and exhale to roll back down. Nice job. Hug your knees in. And we're going to come back up to seated. So if you need to, you just roll to the side and meet us up there. Otherwise, start to tuck and roll and tuck and roll until eventually you're up here. Okay, so we're going to move on to some movements. And I want to remind you that this is where you come back to. If you don't like what I'm doing, just come back to some rolling here, holding behind my legs. Okay, but we're gonna move on to some intermediate moves here. So we're gonna start with that rolling like a ball. Tuck your tail, hands on your shins, and you're inhaling back just to shoulder blades and exhaling up to balance. Okay? So that's one layer if you want to stay there. Next layer, what I want you to do is you're going to hold closer to your ankles. When you're here, see if you can straighten your legs a little bit. Mine don't go all the way straight. Then bend them, roll back, come back up. Okay. Now, roll up. Bring your hands back behind you. Straighten your legs. We're going into what we call hip circles. Lower the legs down to the right, up to the left, down to the left, up to the right. This is a little easier on your elbows. Okay, just a little bit. It's still hard, so feel free to go to elbows. I'll stay here actually. One thing to keep in mind, when I told you at the beginning that these are some of my favorites, it doesn't mean that they're easy or that I even like them. It means I know they're good for me. I work this one because I know my hip flexors are really weak. So I know I need the work and the practice. Nice job. Stay here. Roll down and hug your knees in again. And roll onto your left side. Nice job. So option is you can be flat here if you're new to this, flat with your head in your hand, or come up to a high elbow, which is here. You're gonna bring your bottom leg to the front edge of the mat. Your top leg reaches out away from your hip and flex the foot. So super long, super reaching. Inhale, bring the leg forward as the foot flexes. Exhale, point, and bring it back. Nice job. So if you're new to working out with me today, you'll notice I talk a lot. And I know it's not for everyone, but I'll tell you, it might be my physical therapy background. It might just be me as a person. I like to know why. I like to know why I'm moving, why I'm moving that way. I like to be able to check in with myself and correct myself, because to me, it's part of that idea of being empowered and making choices for myself about my own body. That's what I want for you as well. So that's a big part of why we're here on this platform. Keep your toes pointed, bring it forward, up and around. And no problem if it is too much talking for you. That's okay too. Switch directions. Also, don't get too caught up in the breathing. You've heard me say that. I just want you to breathe, okay? And then the pattern can come later on. A lot of times you just need to teach your body how to breathe again first. Okay, bring it in front. Toes are pointed. Tap the ground. Lift it up. Tap behind. Up. Tap. This should be familiar. It's similar to what we did at the beginning when we were on all fours. 4, 3. Yes, it's working your hips. 2. It's definitely working mine. 1. Nice job. Okay, bend the bottom knee up. Your top leg is straight. And I want you to come up. Your torso comes up and you're going to turn towards the top of your mat. So I have my right leg reaching out behind me as I'm trying to rotate my torso to face forward. Then you're going to lower your torso down and then lift it back up. So this would be level 1. If this is okay, just stay here. If you want to add, when you lower your chest down, lift your right leg like a rocking horse. Okay, lift your torso, lower the leg. We're combining a few traditional Pilates moves here just to get this lovely, juicy rotation of our spine. Nice job. Press up, stay here. Cartwheel your arms over for a stretch. All right, other side. This is where you see if your teacher remembers everything they did on one side. Elbow under your shoulder. So take a moment to organize. It's one of the most important parts, is making sure you're set in the right position before you move. Bottom foot's forward. Top leg lifts, flex the foot. Inhale, sweep it forward. Exhale, point, sweep it back. So this exercise, this side lying, is working a lot of gluteus medius, all of your hip abductors here. And then we're also getting into, believe it or not, your core, because it's what's helping to control that motion so you're not moving all over the place in your back and your pelvis. Okay, keep the toes pointed. Forward, up and around. Nice job. One more. And other direction. So I believe that our bodies need to move in lots of different ways. We need to lift weights. We need to stretch. We need some cardio. We definitely need some Pilates, some ways to really control our bodies, learn about movement. And the great thing about Pilates is it's meant to just help you be better or stronger at everything else you do. Okay, on this one, bring the leg in front, tap the ground, lift, tap behind. I truly believe that I'm able to lift weights safely because of the work I've done in Pilates. I believe I was able to recover from my hysterectomy and lift my kids again because of the work I do in Pilates. So we want to find ways to incorporate different kinds of movement into our lives because we move in different ways and we want to stay strong and healthy and mobile as we age. Nice job. Bring it behind. Draw the bottom knee up, rotate, and lift your torso. And then take a moment to organize here too. I'm gonna reach my leg back behind me more. I'm gonna rotate my torso to the top of the mat more. Then I finally lower down and exhale, press up. And then again, option, bring the leg with you if you'd like, and then lift up. And if you're bringing the leg with you, make sure you really kick it up behind you. Nice job. Come up, cartwheel, and rotate and reach. Side stretch. Nice. We're gonna come onto our left side again. Onto your elbow. Knees bent, feet behind you. This time you're lining up the whole front of your body, head to knees. You're gonna lift up to a side plank and then lower. Now, I'm gonna build again, okay? So if you wanna build this first part, lift the top leg as you lift and then lower it when you lower. See that? It all kind of lifts at the same time. One more layer for our workout today. Right leg can be straight. You lift, lower. We'll do 4 more. Good. 2, 1. I know those side planks are hard, but again, they're so important when it comes to our pelvis, our back health and strength. Lots of good things happen with side planks if we can work into them. Elbow, line everything up, feet behind you. Lift and lower. So start with this layer 1. Then if you'd like, you can add the layer 2 where the top knee lifts and comes down. Final layer, top leg is straight. Last 2 and 1. Nice job. Bend your knees, press up, reach over, and then come on to all 4s. Because when I'm doing this workout on my own, this is the point I start to think, oh, I think I'm close to stretching and cooling down. I've hit all the major body parts. And then I realize I haven't done any planks. And I think, shoot, I gotta get some planks in. But we're gonna start on all 4s. Round your back again and arch. Find a halfway point. Bring the right leg back behind you. Slide it back in, left leg. So if planks are not accessible to you, this is where you're gonna go. It's just kind of starting a plank, okay? If plank is accessible to you, reach the right leg back, toes curled under. Strong and straight to lift the left leg back. And just come forward on your toes and back, okay? We're just shifting your weight. Nice long line from the back of your head to your heels. And you can do this on all 4s as well. Last one. Nice job, knees down. Let's all shift our weight back for a stretch. One more, we're gonna do leg pull, which means you're gonna come back to a plank, or again, you can do this right on your knees, okay? Right leg is gonna lift, lower. And if you need to, left knee is down. 3, 2, 1, other side. Long plank, don't let your hips lift or lower. Last 2, 1, nice job. Hips up and back. And walk it out here. Let your head just hang and relax. Let both heels come down. Shoulders are down. Nice job. Bring your knees down. Sit your tail down. We're gonna do a version of mermaid stretch. Now, if you know Pilates, typical mermaid would have your right foot in and your left foot behind you. I'm gonna give you another option today to have the feet and knees more tucked like this on your left side. We call this Cleopatra. It's a different version that I like because it gets into my side more. But this too, you can just be cross-legged or sit in a chair, okay? I'm gonna bring my left hand down, right hand over to side stretch to the left. And then just right back up. And exhale, see if we can go a little deeper each time. So this is like right QL, right lower back, into your lat and your oblique. I have a lot of scar tissue from all those surgeries, and this stretch just gets right to it. One more. Nice job. Come back up. Sweep your feet around to the other side. Again, if you're doing the Cleopatra version, you're just tucking them up right into that right side. Right hand down, left hand up, and reach and slide it over. Take your time. You don't have to follow my pace. If it feels good, just hold it out there. Just feel like you get a little deeper each time, but not by forcing it. Just by allowing it to release. One more. Arm comes down to your side. Bring your legs out in front. Inhale tall, arms in front of you, and exhale. We're gonna roll all the way down onto our back one more time. And once you get down there, hug that right knee in. Keep your left hand on the knee, bring it to the left. Your right arm reaches to the right, and you're gonna turn and look at it. And come back to center. Switch sides. Give that left knee a good squeeze. And then find that deep twist. And come back to center. Hug the knees in. Bring the bottoms of your feet together, and then bring those heels down to the mat so they're just as close to you as you can get them, with the knees out to the sides. And then hands can be at your sides, on your belly, or maybe even one hand on your belly and one hand up on your heart. And close your eyes. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth, let it out. 2 more. And thank your body for what it did for you today. I thank you for being here on your mat with me. And remember, my 4-week Pilates for Life challenge starts October 1st, 2023 in Unlimited. I would love to have you there. The link is below. Thanks for joining me today.